Guys, guys, let's have an open discussion about this. Let's just be real about this. Y'all will have that point where you finish, you're satisfied, and then you turn into Albert Einstein for about 5 minutes and you reflect on the decisions you've made leading up to that moment of release. How is it that you just get a sudden spark of self-reflection, intuition, and overall knowledge after you do that? Why? I'm going to be breaking it down to you because you have a lower self and then you have a higher self. So I can prove this because we all know that our body regulates itself while we sleep. So your conscious mind is asleep while your higher self is always awake, making sure your body is doing the right things as you are asleep. So in other words, your higher self never quite goes to bed. Your higher self never turns off. So what does that mean? It means you are always watching yourself, whether you know it or not. That's where that intrinsic feeling of guilt comes from. Why is it that every guy is talking about they feel guilty after doing that? They feel guilty after even watching porn. They feel guilty after they release. It's because your higher self is watching you. Think about how pathetic you look. You're on your bed, laying down, stripped to the drawers. Some of y'all just butt ass naked. You're laying down, just you in the room, stroking your filthy meat, and just making noises, bro. And then some of y'all be making weird faces and all types of things. So can you understand from a third person perspective, just look outside of yourself like you walked in the room on yourself, how pathetic you would look? But this is the things your higher self is seeing you do. You are watching yourself do this. So when we talk about why you get that feeling of clarity, it's because the only thing that's allowing you to do something and think something like that is normal is your lower self is telling you it's okay. That's why we have that phrase, thinking with your penis, thinking with your dick. It's because that's another word for you're thinking using your lower self, the lower half of your body. You're letting that impulse dictate your actions. And as long as you let that impulse dictate your actions, you can never quite be a man because you don't know how to set aside pleasure for the greater good of what you really need to do. So it's deep. So guys, the reason you get that post-nut clarity is because your higher self is finally able to operate because you've eliminated, at least for that 5 minutes, because we all have a reconnaissance period as a man where you got to recharge. So as we're recharging, our higher self can take over and then reflect and be like, damn, was it really worth it? You know, I had sex. No, not even I had sex. I watched this video, I release, and now what? You're back to reality. This is why guys who have a lot of depression, all they do is fap all day because that's all they know to escape the reality they're in. They get that clarity over and over and over and over, and it torments them because they're not understanding the greater picture. It sounds funny, but guys, really picture what you look like from a third person perspective when you do these things. And you'll understand just how sick and how weird it is if you're able to picture it. A lot of you guys wouldn't get the picture if you walked in on someone doing it. It's not a normal thing. I don't know why society normalizes that, because you've got to understand that we were not meant to just release at will. We were meant to be motivated by sexual energy. You want to be motivated to bust. So what you'll do is you'll improve yourself to attract a mate. But we've hijacked the system, and now, you know, anyone can just release. It takes away the whole purpose of you working for that release. There is no reward system anymore. You're just hijacking the reward system. You know, they did an experiment with mice and found that the mice would keep pushing the lever for reward even if it meant sacrificing food. So a lot of these mice would die for an orgasm. And that's some of y'all. You would die, lose your whole life for some cheeks. And I just don't get it. It's preposterous. It's mind boggling. I mean, the humanity. Are you serious? So that's exactly why you guys get that clarity. It's yourself telling yourself you're being a scrub. You need to get up and actually do something and, attract someone rather than what you're doing. Should not be just releasing all willy-nilly, especially the videos, man. It is a form of black magic. I'm going to get into that in a later video. It's your boy Dipsy. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace out.